welcome or welcome back. Let's jump into your reading and see what it is that you need to know today. What does Holy Spirit need to tell you today? What does your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, what do they need you to know? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Hello. Yes, Mama, you're cute. Girl. Stop. I'm trying to do a reading. You can't do this every time. All right, Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know? These cards are so slippery right now. What the fuck? Technical difficulties. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hold on. These cards are slipping now. Slipping through my fingers. Oh my god, this is chaos. Okay, I saw 1-1, so you might be seeing like 11-11. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? What do they need to know? Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? Holy Spirit, please connect me to the collective here. What is it that they need to know? Okay. So what you need to know today, it says strategy. You need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. So, okay, so it's planning a move, strategizing something. This is being smart about something. This is something that either is taking you a while, because the game of chess, right? That's not a game that you just go through super quickly, right? Like it takes, like there's skill involved, of course, like strategy as it says. So this is requiring this is like critical thinking. You're having to think something through, and it is a very important decision that you're having to make, or this is something that is actually quite important to you. Okay, so let's see. What is it though? Let's see what's going on. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know today? What is this strategy? What do they need to know about this strategy? Oh, hold on. Let me open the window for my cat, because she's being a little brat. Okay. Let's see. What does the collective need to know in regards to this strategy? Okay. Nine of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay, so you're trying to figure out, like, someone here is trying to figure out how to get themselves out of this. Either there's like some type of dilemma you're facing right now that has caused you, maybe you find yourself in a situation where you're like between a rock and a hard place, but you're having to call on your angels. Girl, you have the whole desk to sit and you want to sit on the cards. So it's like holding on to feelings and regret. And I've been getting a lot of, hold on, let me make sure y'all can see this, because sometimes I'll be showing you the cards and can't even see. Look at the owl. That was coming up in the reading yesterday that I posted. But you might be seeing a lot of owl symbolism. And this is just making me think it's like, you know what you need to do here. But again, it's like you're having to create some type of, maybe this is like creating a exit plan for something. Like being smart about something, not doing something. It's like not jumping the gun, not being impulsive with a decision that you're making. This is like actually taking the time to really think and go with what feels right to you. Because right, with the owl, it's like, this is about your intuition, right? Going with what feels right. Going with what you know is right for you. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know here? Well, perspective. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man, but we have perspective here. Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna hold these here. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. You guys are reevaluating something. You're having, this is something where it's like you're really having to switch something up, switching up tactics, right? Maybe there's something here. I don't know if someone has a tactic or someone switched up a tactic on you. I don't know. This is, again, I'm hearing like rock in a hard place. So you could be finding yourself in a situation right now where you're having to be smart about getting yourself out. And I don't quite know what this is exactly referring to, but let's see. What is this referring to? Let me get more information, please, Holy Spirit. Oh. Some of you are possibly getting out of a relationship, or there's something here where there could have been an unwanted pregnancy. And you could be trying to find, especially if you live in the States, and you live in a state where there are like bans, abortion bans, something here like that. You could be trying to find a safe way. And maybe this is not even like an unwanted pregnancy. Maybe this is like something where you're now having the position that you find yourself in. Like if you are having a pregnancy, a difficult pregnancy, or maybe you have experienced a difficult pregnancy before, and you're having to be smart about how to go about this, because like ever since Roe v. Wade was overturned, there's been a lot of issues when it comes to women's reproductive rights, right? So there's something here where it's like you're having to be smart about something when it comes to this. So even if you have like a pregnancy here where your health is on the line or something, it's like you could be, someone here could be affected by the policies in place right now when it comes to pregnancy, when it comes to maybe even, okay, for some of you this might not even be it. Maybe some of you are trying to get pregnant. Maybe you're thinking about like IVF or something like that, or surrogacy. This could also be like you having to get yourself out of if someone here is going through a breakup, but you're still living in the same place with this, like you're still sharing the same space. It's like you're trying to get yourself out. Here, let me do it in order. Hold on. You're trying to get yourself out of this situation. And for those of you who are unable to carry or unable to be pregnant, like maybe you are someone that doesn't have a uterus, right? Maybe this is like your partner, or will be your partner. I don't know. This is, what is this? Hold on. What else does the collective need to know? Ugh. Sorry, I'm like all over the place today. Whoa. Goal. Yeah, this is like, there is a issue right now, either between you and your partner when it comes to, like, I'm sorry, but I'm drawn to this is about pregnancy. This is about, this is like about fertility. Because there could have been an expectation maybe from a partner to get pregnant or to have a certain like vision of something, but like you don't have the same vision. Like you have a different view of something. You have a different, and it's like you're having to strategize your way out of something. And maybe you're carrying a lot of guilt because of the conflicts, or because you know, maybe you're putting your partner's feelings ahead of your own, or there's a difference between, when it comes to compromises, your body and your life should not be at risk, right? Like, even when we're talking, if you live in the States, like, America has one of the highest mortality rates for women when they give birth, right? So it is a risk. Pregnancy and birth, like giving birth, actually like giving birth is a very massive thing for a woman's body. Okay, it is hugely, anyone who can carry, or who has had children, where it's like, that takes a toll on your body. It literally changes the makeup of your body. So it's like, you might have certain boundaries here. You might have certain, I don't want to get like too crazy, like controversial, but I'm going to say what's coming through. And if y'all don't like it, then you really don't have to. Like, you can click off this video at any time, but I'm going to say what I'm picking up in this reading. And what I'm picking up is that there is a conflict of views here when it comes to what is wanted, what is desired, what is like what you want. So you might actually be seeking advice from someone who has gone through something similar. Maybe you know a relative who has gone through the same thing, or you're needing advice from an outside perspective, right? Especially if this is a relationship where because you see, it's been issues before where there is one partner that will disguise their controlling behavior. They won't want their other partner to express what's going on with their close friends or their loved ones, to get a different perspective, under the guise of like, oh, don't be sharing our business. Oh, it's between us. Da, da, da. But it's like, no, if you want to get an outside perspective, like there's literally nothing wrong with that, right? There's literally nothing wrong with that, especially if you are fighting like your own intuition or your own gut feeling. Because this is giving me like someone might have initially ignored what their intuition was telling them. You might have pushed, it's almost like there's this uncomfortable feeling and you push past it because it's like, well, it's like making excuses for someone. Someone here is making excuses for someone. And what it is actually doing is just leading to more conflict. Because you guys have different goals here. There's a difference in goals. But Spirit's letting you know that your worry is unnecessary. Focus on your thoughts on the outcome that you desire. So what is it that you want to do? Where can you find yourself? If you picture yourself at the healthiest of where you are, and when I say healthy, I'm not talking about like body or anything like that. I'm talking about like the healthiest overall, you as a person. How do you envision yourself at your healthiest, right? Do you feel like you are in a healthy situation now? If yes, I'm not here to be like, oh, you're in an unhealthy situation. No, that's for you guys to decide. I don't know your personal lives, okay? I'm just reading the cards and the energy that I'm picking up right now. So it is for you to decide how to go about this. But again, it's going to require serious thought. This is not an issue that is just something to cast off, or something to just put aside, or something to, talk about later. It's not that serious. No, this to me feels very serious. This feels like a very serious type of situation here. Like, what does the collective need to know, Holy Spirit? Hold on. What does the collective need to know? Final messages for the collective. What do they need to know? The time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. You guys are carrying a lot of guilt and shame. A lot of worry. Maybe you're feeling guilty for making decisions. Like, okay, if you're making hard decisions, maybe you're making decisions that is hurting someone else, but it is the best decision for you. And you're feeling guilty about that, right? However, Spirit is letting you know to let go of that guilt, because you have to make sure that you are okay. Like, you have to make sure that you are also doing all right. Like, again, I'm hearing risk. So there was something where you could have been at risk for something, right? And maybe no, I was going to say, maybe it's not pregnancy, or maybe this is even just like talking about health, right? Or something where you get scanned, something where it's like you had to get an ultrasound, or you had to get imaging done, right? Something that has affected you health-wise, and that could have caused conflict in a relationship, right? Maybe this is even talking about like postpartum, right? Like, if you are rethinking the partnership that you're in, the relationship that you're in, maybe someone here is not doing their part. Maybe someone here is not pulling their weight. Maybe someone here is not giving you the support that you needed, right? There could have been something here where it's like you didn't, yeah, I'm hearing like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, don't let, okay, how do I word this? The fear of hurting someone else's feelings, when you prioritize the fear of hurting someone else's feelings over the fear of your own well-being, that's when you need to reevaluate, right? Because your own well-being should not be on the line. You should not put your well-being at risk, sacrifice your own well-being to spare another person's feelings, okay? And listen, you're definitely someone that feels very deeply, and there's literally nothing to be shameful about, right? There's nothing to be ashamed about, because caring about people and caring about people's feelings, that's nothing bad. However, don't put yourself at risk. You know, you got to also make sure you're okay. You got to make sure you're checking in with you. And if something doesn't feel right to you, if you feel like you're shifting in a different perspective, or something is just, you have different vision, you have a different goal in mind, but all you're in right now is conflict, right? All you're in right now is just this feeling of like shame and guilt and pain and hurt, anxiety, worry, distress. It's like Spirit is letting you know it's okay to want to be out of that space. And you might be feeling guilty or being made to feel guilty for choosing you, or for choosing what you want. Again, you don't even have to have, this could even just be a discussion, right? Perspective, a discussion, a view of pregnancy. Maybe you've talked about this with your partner. Maybe this is someone who, just an example, like say you only want one kid, but you have a partner that says they want 4 kids. And the partner says, well, okay, we can compromise with 3. We can compromise with 2. But you only want 1, because maybe in the past, maybe you have health issues. Maybe there's stuff going on. Maybe you realistically look at the way, like the affordability of having a child. There's something here where it's like you saying what you want and what is necessary for you, and it being like, it's almost like someone's trying to negotiate something. But I'm feeling like Spirit is letting you know this is a firm boundary, or this is a firm, like, don't put yourself, I don't know what this is, because it's like, I'm just getting firmly of like, do not put yourself at risk to spare someone else's feelings, okay? You don't have to change your mind, or you don't have to change what you want to appease someone else, right? Especially if they're not making any type of I don't want to say they're not making any type of sacrifices for you. But again, I'm just feeling like someone, there's not an equal reciprocity here, okay? There's not an equal, it doesn't feel equal. I don't know. These two energies, it just doesn't feel equal. 1221 could be a significant angel number for you. Doesn't have to be. But let's get a final message. What is the final message here? I gotta end this. I'm sorry, this is not like the most fun of readings. Oh my gosh. But let's see. The message needs to be said though. So Holy Spirit, what final message of advice can you give the collective? What final message of advice does the collective need to know, Holy Spirit? Time for romance has come. See it as a top opportunity for a radiant life. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. When that's coming out with the romance card, this to me is making me think that there is either you're not thinking with a clear mind right now, and maybe your desire to stay in some type of relationship or to try to fix something that you know intuitively can't be fixed or can't be solved. Because again, I'm just seeing like the rock in a hard place, and it's like you shouldn't feel pressure to budge on a decision that you've made for yourself, right? Especially when it comes down to, I keep hearing risk, especially when it comes down to your safety, your health, your body. You don't have to compromise on your body. You do not have to do that. And if someone is making you feel like you have to, then that is why Spirit is coming across. So it's very much a you do not have to. So I don't know if I don't want to sound like I'm like being like freaking preachy or like trying to pressure or trying to plant any type of seed or whatever, but it's just that this is just the energy that it's giving me, because it's like you're being constrained right now. It's almost like there is this, your own thoughts, right? Your own, how do I word this? Holy Spirit, please help me, because maybe this is even what someone has been telling you is like, oh, you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking clearly. Someone trying to gaslight you, or someone trying to make you think that what you are saying is wrong. So it's like, again, you might be needing to seek advice from someone outside of this dynamic. Someone who has been through what you've been through, or who is at where you want to be, right? If you have an idea, a vision to be somewhere different, and maybe this could even be, maybe you are in a crossroads with a partner here when it comes to a goal of yours, right? Maybe you have a goal to, I don't know, like you have a destination for something, right? It says destination here. You have a goal to get to a certain point. But when it comes to here, there could be an issue where someone wants to, baby trap. I'm hearing baby trap. So if you have, this is almost giving me, like if you're successful here, there could be someone in your energy, or maybe this is even like a past partner. I don't know. But it's giving me the energy of someone here feeling upset with your decisions, the choices that you're making. And you're having to strategize getting out of this, or getting to a different point than where you're at now. Because where you're at now, it's not feeling good. It's not feeling good. There's a lot of conflict, okay? And your deepest desires constrain you. You are feeling trapped. There's this feeling of trapped. There's this feeling of not being too much wiggle room to be you. So Spirit is letting you know that you need to let this go. You need to clear your mind. There needs to be more of it says a step-by-step plan of action, a plan of attack to reach the next level. So it's giving me like defense, offense energy. So you might have been on the defensive. There could have been someone, again, that's like constantly putting you in this defensive energy, constantly making you feel a certain type of way. And it's like, now you're the one that's taking action. Now you're the one that's you're going to take action for yourself, right? Because all this energy here is just worry, anxiety, guilt, conflict. Hi. Should we get, Holy Spirit, do I need one more card? What does the collective have to look forward to? after this strategizing, after they've taken this step? What can they expect after taking this step-by-step plan? Oh my gosh. Prickly situation. You both need tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. Reflection. Take time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Knowing what you don't like will show you what you truly love. Okay, so this is a need to, again, look, you find yourself in a very prickly situation right now. A situation where it is hurting. It's hurting. And you are this flower in this like bed of needles, right? You're this rose in this bed of needles. And right now you're struggling, right? You're struggling. But the goal is going to be so worth it. Like your goal right now, where literally you're in a determined energy as well. I think pushing past, like once you switched up a perspective, like once you started really reflecting, as it says reflection here, right? Taking the time to revisit the past and figure out what you want to do. Where do you find yourself? How do you envision? It is the place that you're at right now, is the person you're with right now. Do you envision that 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? Is this something that you feel happy with? And again, I am not here to plant any type of seeds. I'm literally a random fucking person on the internet. I don't know your guys' stories. I don't know you personally, right? But again, I'm gonna say what I'm picking up. And what you don't like, I'm feeling it's like it's almost like you don't even want to see what you don't like, because it's reflected in this partner. These two energies here. So it's like you're needing to be honest with yourself. Because if you're making exceptions on things that you don't like, and you're making exceptions for them and someone else just to spare their feelings, or just because it's under the guise of like what you feel you have to do, right? How is that helpful to you? You know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to come off judgy, okay? I'm not here to judge anyone. Everyone's going to make their own choices. And if this energy doesn't resonate at all, then it doesn't resonate. And that's completely fine. Like, this is probably just not your reading. But I think Spirit is wanting you to really take a hard look at your life right now. Like, this is like, Spirit is telling you you need to check in with yourself. It's time to check in with yourself. And maybe you're looking back and it's like, maybe you're having that feeling there. I know there's a specific word for it. I forgot what it is, but it's like when you invest so much time into, so say it's like you invest all this time and effort into like a job, into a relationship. We'll just use relationship as an example. Say it's like you've been with this person for 7 years, 6 years. It's that feeling of is like, well, am I going to throw it all away for this thing? Like, am I going to I've put so much effort into this. I've put so much time into this. It's okay to walk away. If you're feeling the only tie is because of the effort and the time put in, Spirit is letting you know, like, it is okay to walk away from that. Because what you truly, I'm just feeling like in your energy, you're not at a place where you're happy. I don't feel that with you guys. I don't feel like you're in a place where you're happy, or you're with someone that you feel happy with. And vice versa. And it's like you're having to really reflect on the situation you find yourself in. This could even be as like, how did I even get here? How did I even get to this point? How do I get out of this? How do I get back to who I was before? How do I get back to that person that's lost? You could be at a state where it's like you might not even recognize yourself right now. And I don't even think Spirit wants you to get back to that person. It's like evolve. It's reflecting on who you were before, and then making the changes to do what's best for you now, in the time that you're at now, in the place that you're at now. What is best for you right now? Especially if there is a child involved. Like, what is best for you and this child? right? So yeah, that is your guys' reading. I am so sorry it wasn't exactly a fun one. This was kind of heavy and a little bit maybe even controversial for some people. I don't know. But that's what I'm picking up. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Again, I'm over here talking about like sparing feelings. I can't spare feelings when spirit is giving me the message like that. So I hope this resonated. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. I hope it helped in any manner. I hope it was entertaining at the very least. Like, if so, give me a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. I just hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and whatever decision that you make, I'm praying that it is in your best interest, for the good of all, to the harm of none, and that, you know, I really do hope your prayers are answered, whatever it is that you guys are praying or whatever it is that you're putting out into the universe right now. I hope that you receive it back, and however it is that you're treating others, I hope that you're treated as well. I do feel like if you are scared of loneliness, that's not going to happen to you, okay? That you're not going to be forever alone. Like, I don't feel that. Look, I even fucking picked up the deck. 10 of Cups at the bottom. There is something out there for you. So if your worry is about being alone, or your worry, and even like that is such a fear that is planted into people, where it's like, oh, you're going to die alone, or oh, like the one thing of like loneliness is like the most, or being alone is like the worst thing, because people fear loneliness. But some people, you know, some people like to be alone, and that's okay. But for you, I think spirit is letting you know that the dreams that you have are not too big, right? If you are wanting more out of a relationship, you don't have to feel guilty for wanting that, because spirit does want you to have your happily ever after. Love and blessings will fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Okay, this is going to be a time, and maybe even that romance card coming out, maybe that's what it's talking about too, is like there is someone out there for you. 22. So you could be seeing 1111 or 22 or 222 right now. Because if you're not feeling satisfied, or you're not feeling the support and love that you know you deserve, I'm sorry, but like that's not your person. And spirit is letting you know that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of being cherished and treated with so much respect and love, because I'm getting, again, with that energy, was just like the conflict and just like asking you to compromise, or asking you to put yourself at risk. Like, no, a loved one is not gonna tell you, ask you, or demand that you put your health and your safety at risk. Like, no. But okay. Again, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. If you didn't like this reading, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, actually, I'm not really sorry. 3-3. I saw 3-3-3. Like, again, I'm gonna say how it is, how it's coming out, how the messages are being brought to me. So, okay, I'm gonna end it there. Enjoy your guys' weekend if you are watching this as I post. If not, enjoy your day. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.